Hello to guys, Mac here, and today I'm going to be talking about the new Rockstar verified jobs and how there is 13 of them, and I'm going to be breaking them down and talking about them. So yesterday, Rockstar released some Rockstar verified jobs, and they put a post on the newswire saying, new Rockstar verified jobs, a 40-story deathmatch, woodland chaos, body snatching, and more. And if you want to go check out the post, then you can go check that out in the description, but I'm going to be talking about all 13 jobs. Now, there's a few death matches in here, a few captures, a few races, LTSs even, and it's a very fun playlist. So I played all of these with about 4 to 5 people for the most part, and so just keep that in mind whenever I'm talking about these. I played a full playlist around these, and I played them with 4 or 5 people on average, so just keep that in mind. So they say, today we have brand new Rockstar verified jobs created by the social club community, stamped with the Rockstar seal of approval, and now live in-game for everyone to play across all 5 platforms: PC, PS3, PS4, Xbox 60, and Xbox One. Among them are some of the most unique and creatively themed deathmatches, captures, outlasting stand-ins, and races in the verified collection to date. We've also verified 3 bonus races for PC, PS4, and Xbox One that were designed with support for larger lobbies and making use of additional props placement that those systems make possible. Check out all the jobs below and head over to the Social Club to bookmark them or find them in the Rockstar Verified section of the GTA Online in-game pause menu. So the first deathmatch is called Forest Mayhem, and the description for it says, perhaps taking inspiration from his homeland's natural terrain, Switzerland's Toledo has created a chaotic and fast-paced deathmatch for up to 10 players in a hilly section of a dense forest just south of Paleto Bay. Tightly packed trees and boulders can make visibly tricky, particularly when players go off-piste around the sides of the arena-style barriers. A narrow gulch separates the sides, which can make for some interesting opening engagements as each team tries to dominate the sides and make headway over to 2 bridges. Watch out when taking cover behind explosive containers. The centrally placed grenade launcher could prove your undoing. Now, this deathmatch I was actually a pretty big fan of. Now, one thing I didn't really like was the RPGs and some of the explosives and some of the weapon placements. I think they could have been a bit better, but the actual job itself was actually quite unique. And it was set in the Raton Canyon area, which I really like, in the Paleto Forest. I really like that area, and it was pretty nice, and it actually looked very nice as well. Now, the next job is called Stealing a Dead Person, and it says, Martin Madrazo has ordered you to crash the funeral of recently deceased for LE crime family member Johnny Pacino, and steal his body so he can hold it for ransom. 2 teams go up against the grieving members of the Royale gang to gain control of Romero Hearst, carrying Johnny Pacino's last remains. The graveyard will become the centerpiece location as players shoot out against NPCs to get behind the wheel of the hearse. It's a long way back to each capture point, and with each team driving jackals for support, you can expect the body to change hands several times before it reaches its final destination. Tip: 2-handed weapons such as assault rifle can't be used while driving, so hustle to pick up one of those micro SMGs for maximum versatility. Now, this job was actually quite fun. Whenever I played it, I would imagine if you played with a lot of members, it would be very fun. I really liked it. I really did. Next is called ROC Santos, and it is a race, and it says, mastery of the settings in the race creator can really change the look and feel of your created job. Darkness, leader of Reaps of Carnage crew, has created a race for a supercar set in the dead of night with traffic turned off. The effect is one of the classic streetcar race, Midnight Club style. Well-placed checkpoints make the route easy to follow, but intelligent prop placement make it challenging to master. There are classic hallmarks of street races, including a hairpin bend on the freeway with an awesome fast-paced jump to see you pass the checkered flag. If you're way out in the front and feeling confident, feel free to troll those in your wake with a flip through the finish line. Now, this was a very fun race, and this was one of my favorite races in the verified jobs. It was very fun. I really liked it, and if you get out in front, it's actually very fun. Even if you're out in front and you have a very big lead, it's still fun to drive around. Next is called Trip Hasek. Catalonian YouTuber Demi Moon puts his own spin on a skyscraper-based deathmatch. The 3 wings of the Arcadis building downtown have been linked up with bridges made from shipping containers Demi-Moon has clearly put a lot of effort into tweaking pot placement to get things aligned and stacked just right. There's a smart risk versus reward balance at play as well. The most powerful weapon pickups are available to players brave enough to risk death and run across the top of the containers on top of the Arcadis business building. Oh, and watch out for sticky bombs. Now this deathmatch was very unique. I had a lot of fun on it. I know some people may not like it if you don't really like that close quarters style of death matches, but I really like it. You know, it not only did it have a good balance of run and gun, it also had a great balance of trying to hold your position, and it was very fun. I really liked it, and honestly, I think it's good even if you don't have many players on it. Next is called Contend Gas and Go, and it says Wraith of Vern has set up a capture very similar in location to previous verified job Contend Zombie Count, but this has a radical departure in style. Key to victory will be stocking up on weapons while at your team's capture point to prepare for the vicious battle of bags at this rural gas station. There is a very much classic Contend style capture that requires players to navigate asphalt and off-road terrain in intelligently chosen vehicles. The gas station provides a strong focal point for the action to take place, with a few NPCs dotted around to keep things interesting. Now this capture I wasn't a huge fan of. Something about it just didn't feel unique. It felt like I've already done it before, and it just wasn't very unique. It just didn't, didn't struck me as like, whoa, this is different. It didn't have that feeling for me. So the next is called The Great Adventurer, and it says Dead Rooster of the illustrious GTA Adventures crew delivers a fantastic high-speed point-to-point for supercars that takes place in the scenery of downtown Los Santos to Ellis Freeway, Vinewood Hills, Grand Senora Desert, and the Alamo Sea, all in a race that can be completed by ace drivers in little under 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And this race, I was not a huge fan of. I really wasn't. It feels a lot like the long haul in a lot of situations. It felt a lot like this is I've already done, and it didn't feel unique as well. And it was a highway race. It was basically almost entirely just a straight line. I didn't really like it. And maybe if you have like Slipstream and stuff on, it may be better. But to me, it just didn't feel all that great. Next is called the Life Invader Circuit. The Twilocane describes this one best. Tight turns, narrow and wide roads, a smooth hairpin, and fast adrenaline pumping sections are sure to please those who are more serious about racing. This is a fairly simple supercar race around Rockford Hills, Little Seal, and Vespucci. Props are placed well, adding to the professional feel of the track without interfering with the route. Now this race I actually really liked. It was more fast paced, it was quick, it was fun. I really liked it, and I really liked the areas that he chose, the routes that he chose. I really liked it. Now the next one is called Ramps, 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 and it has been created by GTA Fan 82, and it says, this is a short track, set entirely on the bridge over Lago Zangudo. Players jump over small ramps as they crisscross their way to the end of the bridge, before turning around and repeating the process in the opposite direction. There are sure to be lots of collisions and near misses as the pack thins out and cars are flying into each other from different directions. Don't forget to flick down on the left analog stick in midair to maintain level position of your car. Also work hard to master hairpins at the end, while there is a prime opportunity for vindictive stragglers to knock you out of position. So this race, I was actually a huge fan of. It isn't a serious race. It isn't a race that you want to be serious about. I played it with sports, and I played it with Slipstream on, which I think is actually quite fun, since it is mostly just a straight. I think Slipstream on may make this race a bit better, but it was just a fun race. You have like cars flying over you, you're flying over cars. It's a very fun race. It's honestly a lot like the chicken race that they did that Rockstar verified a long time ago. It's a lot like that, but in my opinion, it's a bit better because you have ramps and you have to like master the ramps, which is very fun. And that's one of my favorite races in this job list because it's just fun. It's just quick. So next is called Shotgun City. Shotgun City is a last team standing that makes place in a dark alleyway beneath the Del Perro Pier. The alley is filled with props at regular intervals, making for a very claustrophobic map which requires combined skills of stealth and timing. The props provide plenty of cover, allowing each team to advance forward fairly safely, just as well since you've got to get close to your enemy to kill them with default shotguns. Just one clean shot will do it. You may soon find yourself in a tense war of attrition where any false move will immediately be punished. Now this one was actually quite nice. I really like shotgun LTSs. I mean, they're kind of a little bit random at sometimes because of the random spread of shotguns, but it was very fun. I really liked it. Next is a race called Project Z Grand Prix. Zenzi is another dedicated racer belonging to 4 different preeminent racing crews, including verified race creator Hotbed Red Rum Racing. Project Z is a Grand Prix style circuit requiring multiple skill sets to manage intricate technical sections, challenging high-speed corners, and hidden chicanes. Pick a car to match your skills, whether you're a rally-style drifter, technical wizard on the racing line, or do you just prefer to throw caution to the wind and accelerate away from any trouble. Now this race honestly felt a lot like the Life Invader circuit, and I really liked it. I think it was a pretty nice race. Now there's next 3 bonus races for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Now these are PS4 and Xbox One and PC only, so just keep that in mind, but they're all races. So you got Casino Royale, created by Parks Guard. Parks Guard penchant for racing is proven by his membership of 2 of the top racing crews around, Nonchalant Dominance, PS4, and Sweat Buckets. Combine this with the fact that 11 different versions of his newly verified race Casino Royale have been published, and it's no surprise that this memorable and existent track is full of brilliant prop placement. Clearly the work of a true perfectionist out to turn Mirror Park into a real racetrack. Now, this one was fun. I really love Mirror Park. You go through the casino, and you go through some pretty cool areas of Mirror Park, and I really liked it. Next is Cheetah Grand Prix, which I have already played, so my experience on here wasn't that great, because I've already played it multiple times, so it didn't have that newness factor, but it was created by G-Unit 123. Committed GTA racing luminary, G-Unit 123 has put together a high-speed race for supercars in the downtown and Rockford Hills area of Los Santos. We've seen many races in these areas before, but G-Unit, aka Shaggy, carved a unique route with props forming additional tight bends and chicanes. This is a race that works brilliantly with a full lobby, so gather your crew together for a session and make sure to crank the number of laps for the full experience. For a preview before you get involved, you can see a playthrough recorded by Shaggy himself, and that just links to like his YouTube video of it. And this is a very nice race. I really like Cheetah Grand Prix. The only problem is I've already played it, so it didn't have like that newness factor, but that isn't to take away from the race itself. And if you have not played this race, it's very fun, very fun. So the next and the final job in this playlist is called Beach Industrial Track City Highway. So it says, as the description says, this race has it all. Beach Industrial Track City Highway. Class Act Lady Mercedes has created a lengthy motorcycle race across a number of different locations in Los Santos. It's a difficult route, one which will take several laps to truly master. Watch out in particular for high-speed jumps into the Los Santos storm drain, as well as Tight's 270-degree turn staircase combo. Long narrow sections along the train tracks are ideal for popping a wheelie in your hockey shoe and ripping past 29 other players, all jousting for position. Now this job was pretty nice. It was a motorcycle race, and I always do like those motorcycle races. So let me know your thoughts on these in the comments, and let me know your favorite job in the comments. My favorite job was probably the Trip-hastic. But then I also really liked Life Invader Circuit and Ramps. So, I mean, it was like, I really like Trip-hastic, but I think one of my favorites may be the Ramps in Life Invader Circuit. So let me know in the comments. Hope you enjoy. Feedback is always appreciated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.